Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and I am I'm actually going to a doctor's appointment after work on Thursday, and I am first heading to Starbucks because I want to get an iced tea, and Katie is going to go with me to my doctor's appointment. This is the appointment where I get fitted for my CPAP, my sleep apnea machine. So yeah, I am just going to Starbucks to get a drink before we go. Oh, goodness gracious, it's been a crazy work week. Woo! The guy was coming out. He said he does it all the time. Oops, he was sorry.
Thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can we get started for you today?
Hi, could I please get a, I guess the grande strawberry green tea infusion? And then I'd also like a grande green tea latte with coconut milk.
All right. Anything else for you today?
That'll do it.
All right. That'll be $8.78.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the green tea latte is for Katie, and the iced tea is for me. Hi. Gonna put my water bottle in the back. Okay, thank you. Just wait. Oh, goodness gracious. Whew. I feel like I'm always in a hurry. All these doctor's appointments and stuff. I have one tomorrow too. At the same time.
Thank you for choosing Starbucks.
Crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Knew better than to get that white one again. I didn't like that one very much. It just tasted like water. Expensive water. Oh yeah, that's good. Still tastes a little green tea-y, but the strawberry makes it nice and a little sweet. It's good. Oh, goodness. That's a latte? Oh, okay. I thought it would be cold, but okay.
Did you? I heard a green tea latte. Is that what?
Hold on just a second. Let me just Sorry about that. I screwed up. I think I ordered a green tea latte, and what Katie had wanted was a frappuccino. So when it came out warm, I said, "Ooh, I don't know if this is the right thing." And she was like, latte? And I was like, oh, maybe I said it wrong. So then I had to look to see what Katie said, and she had said frap. So I'm sorry. That was my mistake. She was super nice though and gave it to me. And then she said, do you want whipped cream? And I said, no, I'll just say no. And she was like, okay, I didn't know if she was, I didn't know if you needed that or not. And then I said, well, she's a vegan. And she goes, oh, then you wouldn't want it anyway. So I'm glad, because I don't even think about that sometimes. I'm like, oh, whipped cream, that would be fine. But no, she doesn't eat dairy. So, the lady saved me for sure. I mean, I said no anyway, but I wasn't sure if she'd want it or not. So, My husband is texting me. He wants to know if I'm going to go home after I said, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. Too many irons in the pot. Is that how that goes? Too many irons in the skillet? Too many chefs in the kitchen? Too many irons in the pot? What's an iron anyway? Like an iron? I don't know. Too many irons on the board? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just being goofy. But I do love all those old sayings. Some of them are so true, but, craziness. For a second I thought, oh, did I get a straw? But I did. I almost want to try her frap. Look at this thing. It actually doesn't look very good. The green drink. Yuck. Looks way too healthy. This looks really good though. Look at you can kind of see the strawberry on the bottom. I wonder what people think in the cars next to you when you're talking to yourself, or it looks like I'm talking to myself. We all know I'm not. I'm talking to 1,000,000 people. It's so funny that I can do this, because thinking of really talking in front of people, I do not like it. But with you guys, it's really nice. And you guys are always so kind and nice and positive and supportive. And I just love you. So thank you for that. Sincerely. And I'm going to get stopped by every single stoplight. It is annoying. Very, very annoying. Whew. This has been a long week. I'm actually thinking of an email in my head right now, like going through it, how to reply to it. I'm sorry, I'm like still at work. Which happens. For sure. See, we have a green light and these cars are still going. Big, huge semi truck. He knows better than that. Crazy. It's just not nice. Starting it on the yawning again. My goodness. Tammy. Stop it already. I have no idea what I'm making for dinner tonight. Alex wanted me to help him start applying for colleges, which would be fine. I told him yes, but he has a game to go to, and I don't think he's going to be home until about 9, and I'm not going to want to be starting something like that late. So I told him that we'd have to wait. and tomorrow isn't a good night because that's my date night. So I told him that maybe Sunday evening we can do it. So that's the plan, I guess. I need to get groceries tomorrow too. So dinner tonight. I have chicken. I think I can do something with some chicken breast. That should be easy enough. So I guess there we go. I can put some tomatoes with it, some chicken. It'd be all right, all right, all right. I can cook some noodles for my husband and some broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Those are two vegetables that we both really like. Or green beans, those are good too. So that might be what I do. Sorry, I have an itch on my nose. So this appointment is actually in Fishers where I live, so that's kind of nice that I can pick up Katie and not have to go back to North. So I'm just gonna pick her up and then go to that, and that will work out well. It's just crazy sometimes, all the running you have to do. I don't like it. An eyelash or something in my mouth. I have far less ready to do than I used to though. When the kids were small, that was crazy. We'd try to make it so one night a week we didn't have anything after work or school. But it was almost every night. Excuse me. And I was single from the time my son was 9, so my daughter was 11. So that was like the heat of the moment when they were both into stuff. So that was pretty hard to shuffle around. My ex-husband did do quite a bit of stuff, which was nice to help, but it wasn't the same. I mean, I had to keep all of it, and I did this anyway, so it's, I'm a planner. That's what I do. But, I have to keep all the schedules and know where and when they needed to be, any particular place, and what they had to have with them, and what they were supposed to be wearing, and how they were supposed to have their hair, and did they have the right color on. I mean, because Katie was a cheerleader, so she had to have a certain color for home, certain color for away, and they didn't take they cut the expense of the cheerleaders on the bus because they didn't want it to be co-ed, so they had to have either all boys on the bus or all girls on the bus, and they didn't want to rent a school bus or use one of the school buses. I guess they wouldn't have to rent it. I don't know how it works. They didn't want to rent or use a school bus for the cheerleaders. So that was a big pain in the butt. We had to take them to all of their away games, which was crazy because, sometimes they started early, and so you had to, Zoom everywhere. Crockpot was my friend. It still is my friend, but it was just insane. Sometimes you wouldn't even get home until 9 o'clock at night, and you'd been gone all day long, and it was just crazy. So I am glad that those days are over. Because for you moms that are doing it, I feel you. And, having a boy and a girl, in different sports, they played totally opposite things. And being 2 years apart, you would think that it wouldn't be so bad, but it was awful because the way our school systems work here, we have kindergarten through 4th grade at one school, 5th and 6th grade in another school, 7th and 8th grade in another school, and then 9 through 12 in another school. Actually, 9 in one school, and then now, but my kids had 9 through 12 in the same school, so I'll just leave it like that. But so many different schools, so usually they were at different schools. So if Katie had a home game, Alex might have, like she was cheering for, let's say, a basketball game or football, because Alex did both. It was like you had either, and she cheered for both, so he might have an away game and she had a home game, or opposite. And it was so difficult sometimes to get everything, you know, we wanted somebody to be at everything. It was difficult. So thank goodness that my ex did do some of that transporting for me, and he also, you know, he loves the kids and he was at the games, and you know, he supported them 100% just like I did, which was fabulous. But it is crazy, all of the running you have to do. And then if they have additional practices or whatever, you know, because Katie did cheerleading and dance. Alex would always do a couple of things. He's done karate and basketball and football and rugby, and I think the only things that he didn't play were, I think the only thing that he didn't play was lacrosse. He even played soccer. They both played soccer for a season. Neither one of them really liked it very much, so they didn't take off on that. But, I mean, it's woo-wee. But you know what? They were active kids. They are healthy kids. They are learning a lot of team lessons and what it's like to depend on each other, and lots of good things with sports. So I was happy about it. It's just a lot for parents. And then when I was a single parent, woo! Now I did have a boyfriend for a few years, and he helped too, so that was nice. And he was very supportive and kind to the kids, so that was good. And then once they got in high school, they like stayed after for a lot of sports instead of having to go back. Now Katie's dance, she had to go back, and she actually had to go to a different high school, so that was not true with her. But it did help with at least Alex. He was at the school, and it also helped that they both ended up at the same school. So when she was dancing for like a home football game, he was there at that football game or whatever. But then they had like freshman football, and I don't know, it was still crazy, I guess, but just it calmed down a lot when they were playing all school sports and not recreational sports too. That was helpful. I don't know why I'm going on this tangent. So, but you guys know it can be just crazy. And I am really thirsty. It's insane. I drink water all day long, and I just can't seem to get enough. I guess it's a good thing. But in my head, I sometimes wonder, does Diet Coke quench my thirst better? Is that why I didn't seem as thirsty when I was drinking Diet Coke? I don't know, but I don't want to go back to it. I can't believe I'm like not drinking it. I do still occasionally have it if we go out once in a while, but recently I've even been ordering water then. So it's I'm pretty much over it, which is weird because I drank it for my whole life. Okay, well, I am at my ex's house where Katie is staying. So I am going to let you guys go so that I can get her, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you before that. Bye-bye.